and can't actually fire their gun. Now this typically results in some pretty hilarious engagements, E-50s and the like trying to chase down an angry swarm of low-tier light tanks, and it's quite easy to see the appeal of that. As mentioned, this is also typically the easiest mode to find an existing room for, so head over there and give it a shot. Next on the list is a game that you actually might have already encountered in some of the Funny Moments compilations, I was just not aware of it at the time. For example, do you remember the light wick damaging and then ammo wrecking the E-100? Well, I bet it was from a game played in this mode called Cat and Mouse. In this game, a single high-tier heavy tank, aka the Cat, has to battle it out with a team of low-tier light tanks, aka the Mice. Typically everything is allowed: shooting, ramming, premium ammunition and so on. Nothing like a big fat heavy tank sitting in the middle of a very angry swarm of light tanks who are occasionally ramming themselves to death on its thick skin. The following one is an old classic, Tank Wrestling. Now there are quite a few variants for this one, the common features being that shooting is not allowed and it's only a showdown between two opponents of the same vehicle category. The two most common examples are Sumo Wrestling and Gladiator Wrestling. The first one is being fought in a cap circle, preferably in encounter mode, with the goal being to simply push the opposition out of the cap. The other type is being played on one of the many bridges in the game, and you will have to push your opponent down from it if you want to win. Easy and simple, and you could even build a tournament on it with friends if you want to take a break from the daily grind. The next one on the list is rather special, and can actually also teach you a thing or two. This is of course hide and seek, that's being played typically on larger maps with medium tanks only. One of the teams has a minute to hide anywhere on the map, and the other team then will have to find all of them in a set amount of time. No shooting is allowed, it's all about knowing the sneakiest spots on a specific map. Following this is another classic, Tank Racing. Do you think sometimes back on the Chaffee races with nostalgia? Well, you can do something quite similar in the training rooms actually. This mode of course is typically played with light tanks only, with players having to complete a set